Hey guys, we have a ArtSnacks Plus box today. This would be the March box. So yeah, I have never gotten a ArtSnacks Plus before, so I'm pretty excited about this. So let's check out what's inside. Let's just take this stuff out so I have enough room. Okay, so first we'll look at the surface. It's a Grombacher watercolor pad. Very excited about this because I love watercolor and I have never used this particular brand before. And we got our little zippy pouch. Got Smarties. Ooh. A Princeton large round number 8. This is my favorite size of brush, and I am always needing replacements for that, so that's fantastic. We've got some sort of ice blue glacier, and this kind is water soluble. We've got the menu and junk. We'll look at that in a minute. We've got a parcel. Okay, woo! What is this? Just colored pencils. They're like an ArtSnacks. We'll read more about that in a minute. Some sort of marker, brush liner. I don't know if you can see, just a brush. Ooh, a nice half-inch, just like a flat brush. We got the sticker and a Rembrandt watercolor of what is this? Quinacridone Rose Reddish. Awesome. So let's look at the menu here. The menu for March. Rembrandt watercolor, retail $12.95. It says that 46 new and improved hues have been recently added to the Rembrandt watercolor line. So that's cool. Okay, Royal Langnickel Mentra Series 88 brush. I assume that is this one. Yes. Beautiful watercolor, deserves a beautiful brush with soft synthetic squirrel bristles. It is made specifically for watercolor painting. It holds a generous amount of color and is extremely resilient. The acrylic handle can soak in water without cracking or swelling. Fantastic. That's like a gorgeous color too. I love that. I mean, yeah. Graphite brush liner. This super fine lines to big bold strokes. Waterproof pigmented ink flows consistently from its springy brush nib and delivers lush black color. It strikes the perfect balance between flexibility and responsiveness. Which, this is cool. I have like 100 million of these, so you know, it's always, maybe I should do a review between the different ones I have, because I have a lot of these, but I don't particularly use them a ton. Let's see. And we've got the colored pencil, set of 4. We specifically designed this pack of Brunzil expression colored pencils just for ArtSnackers. Imported from Holland, these cedar encased pencils are packed with quality pigments. Barely any pressure is needed to achieve bright color thanks to the pencil's strong, thick 3.3 millimeter core. The vivid hues will pop off your page. Amazing! Excited! And then, because of the ArtSnacks Plus, you get the extra stuff. So we got the Grombacher Cold Press Watercolor Pad 7x10. Try out our new art supplies on the Grombacher Cold Press Watercolor Paper Pad. You'll find 12 sheets of premium 300 GSM paper in this pad, each featuring a subtle and pleasing surface texture. It can handle ample applications of paint, making it ideal for lustrous, flowing washes. We've got the Princeton Velvet Touch Series 3950 synthetic brush, long round, size 8. Paint in the lap of luxury with this Princeton Velvet Touch brush. Silky soft finish wood handle, complements the excellent performance of its synthetic bristles. 7 years of research and development went into creating these filaments meant to outperform natural hair. This brush is the ultimate mixed media tool and can be used with all mediums. Excellent. And we're going to talk about this pencil right here, the Aquarelle pencil. Make a splash in your artwork with this, I don't know how to say this, Caron d'Art Museum Aquarelle pencil. This 100% water-soluble pencil remains extremely vibrant, dry, or wet, thanks to its high pigment density and light fastness. When brushed with water, the pencil marks melt into your paper and intensify in color. La la la. So that's what I got. I'll be back in a few to make some art. Ooh, oh, sorry. So I decided to do a Ombre Rose. As soon as I saw the colors that came in the colored pencil pack, it instantly reminded me of this rose that I saw once. My husband and I went to this rose garden in Portland, Oregon. I think it was called the International Rose Test Garden. It had all these crazy colors and like multiple colors together. Every imaginable color of rose. It's like they made these hybrids. Or I don't know if it was a hybrid. I don't know if that's the right word, but they were amazing. So yeah, I instantly thought of one of the roses that I saw there. So I wasn't exactly sure how to go about this because whenever you're doing one of these box challenges, you have to use what's in the box. And typically, I just use paint and then maybe a little bit of marker. So it's kind of always like an experiment. I decided to put down the watercolor first. Pretty pink. Just kind of getting the edges and letting the paint spread around by itself, doing its own thing. So now, time to go in with some of the colored pencils. Towards the middle, the rose is going to be a little peachy, and then I just gradually put peach more towards the middle and gradually mix the other colors towards the outside. For some reason, roses are really hard for me. There's just so many layers, and they're just shaped really strange, so this was definitely a challenge. And it's about this point in the process where I was starting to feel like, oh no, this is going to be a complete failure. But I decided to press on. I think it's really funny because these videos, whenever they're sped up, it just kind of looks like you know exactly what you're doing and you're just like, yeah, I know how to do a rose. Let's do this. It's going to be perfect. And yeah, that's not the way it is at all. I am completely flying off the seat of my pants here and experimenting the whole time. I do have a picture up of a rose I'm using for reference. I found it on Pixabay, which I highly recommend. It's a nice site where you can get copyright-free images that you can use to practice with. So for the shadows, I used the blue pencil because that's really the only color I could use for that. So I just started to go in with where I thought the shadows would be, and since it's water soluble, I just kind of, spread it around a little bit, made it a little more watercolor looking. At this point, I'm really starting to panic. The middle part of the rose looks really weird to me, like kind of separate, and it's not the way it's supposed to be. But honestly, whenever something like this happens, I gotta remember, and I sometimes do, remember that it's kind of like the ugly phase of the drawing. There's always an ugly phase, and you just got to keep pressing through. Just keep working with it until you get to something that you like. I mean, once in a while, there are times whenever you have ruined it, I guess, and you just have to start over. Don't be afraid to start over. But sometimes I feel like more often than not, I can just keep working with it until I can get something out of it that I'm satisfied with. Decided to do some of the blue around the outside of it just to get a little more contrast. I love the way the watercolor pencils look after whenever you wet them down, because you can still see the areas that you actually wrote with the pencil, but there's a wash around it. It looks really cool. So I'm to the point where I thought it was okay. So I remembered that I had this brush pen, and I am so glad because I feel like it really saved the drawing. I wasn't super happy with it up until this point, but once I went through and added the black lines, I felt like it brought some life to it. So yeah, this was a fun project. I really did like this box. I especially love the blue pencil, the watercolor pencil. One of the reasons I ordered this month was because there was a promo that said that you would get a bonus box because it's ArtSnacks' birthday. And I guess I just assumed that box would come the same time as this one, but as of right now, it did not. So I'm excited to see what's in that one. I do not know when it's coming, but when it does, I will be sure to do a video. So anyway, make sure you like and subscribe and, leave a comment, say hi. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.